The words doner, gyros, and shawarma are used for 3 dishes that contain meat and flatbread. What completely different thing do they also have in common? One more time. The words doner, gyros, and shawarma are used for 3 dishes that contain meat and flatbread. What completely different thing do they also have in common?
I don't know if it's helping, but I've eaten my body weight in these foods multiple times. There's nothing better at 2 a.m. than a rotating slice of chunk of meat and some flatbread.
I will say, I looked at this question and I said aloud, we've got Australians on this show.
And it is regional. Like, depending on which part of the world you go to, it'll be a different word that was imported for that based on which group from which country got there first.
Which part of Australia even matters. That's right.
All these Melburnians.
Yeah.
I don't remember. It's in Melbourne. Savlaki? Euro?
It's time for some doner conversation here, because I went to Canada and found it's donair there. Donair.
Donair.
With a local sauce that is basically sweetened and like evaporated milk based, and it's like you've mixed garlic and evaporated milk, and I'm really not sure about that. But every region has its own.
If you want this to be a controversial podcast, just say, and this type of food was, of course, invented
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter how you finish that sentence. Oh.
I can hear the complaints arriving already.
Click.
Okay, so there's another thing they have in common other than describing the food that they describe. I have, again, a pitch that I worry is just too correct.
Mate, I'm going to get in before you nail it, because enough of your smarts. Here's where my brain's going. Oh, she said Donna. I'm like, that's a name.
Donna.
These are names of things, I reckon, that are more than just the food item. Are they names for a certain thing?
I mean, that's kind of the question. That's
yeah,
unfortunately
but like,
that is.
No, but like I think it's like a nana. I think it's a grandma. I think it's a family member.
Well, I was going to say, I thought, to me, Donna is the one that's throwing off my connection to the other two.
Okay.
Right? Because when I hear a gyro, for people who read it as they read it, or say it as they read it, that's a gyro.
Yes.
Like a gyroscope that's spinning around. And if I was hanging around coming up with an Arabic language word that sounded like I was spinning something around, shawarma sounds pretty spinny. It's a shawarma. So, like, are they all words that are just like to spin, or like because you got spinning meat, you got a wrapped up.
There is no way. There is no way that hero / gyro / however you pronounce it in your region has the same root as gyroscope.
But you wrap it up and the meat spins, Tom. You wrap it up and the meat spins.
That can't be where that comes from.
But you wrap it up and the meat spins. You spin the bread, you spin the meat.
There is a gyrocopter, famously.
There's a gyrocopter.
A donacopter, shawarma-copter. They're all
But
things.
Donna sounds so unspinning. I can't think of a word that sounds less like I'm spinning than Donna. Like, if it was Donna Minogue, that song would never have been written.
I mean, that is slightly unfair to Dani Minogue, but...
Hey, she didn't write that song. So that's my thought, that they're all kind of whirlpool-y, spinning shawarmas and gyros. That's just, I'm just saying. But, I don't know.
Well, you know what? We've got some foodies here, we've got some linguists here, and sometimes you just have to go with what a word feels like, because once again, you're absolutely right.
No!
They all mean spinning and
around.
rotating in their various languages.
What?
They wrap it up and the meat spins, Tom!
That's so good.
There's no way... How do we keep stumbling into this episode? Like, I can hear our producer unlocking the shiny bonus question already. How? That was a gag. There's no way those have the same basis. Really?
Turns out Greek is easy.
Tom, if you walked into a restaurant, if you're a Greek man and you walked into a restaurant, you said, hey, and I'm not doing the voice. If you said, hey,
Thank you.
that meat's spinning. He goes, yeah, that meat is spinning. And you're going to take that spinning meat and you're going to put it on a piece of bread and you're going to serve it flat, right? No, mate. I'm going to spin the bread up. Okay. And you call this I call it a spin. You'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. You'd be like, yeah, it's a gyro. I get it. If you were going to name that, that's what you'd name it.
And I can't help you with the other pronunciations too far, but yeah, Turkish in origin, like Donna or... again, I'm not going to try, but in Turkish, dona, with some alteration to the pronunciation, I'm sure, means rotating. Gyros in Greek, yeah, it's the same word. It means turning around. And shawarma also comes from a different Turkish one, meaning rotating.
The Lateral book is now available for pre-order. Just click on the link to get all the details.